Episode 3, the verb of the noun. A few minutes have passed. Questions asked. Okay. So I've covered the part where there is a certain time code to the movie. Wow. I'm uploading 2 videos, and the video on the capture part is going to be bad, apparently. So, Anakin Skywalker. I haven't got into the events of the other movies yet. Let's get a little bit into Anakin Skywalker. A freed slave whose own ability was involved in securing his freedom. Plucked from his life, away from everyone. Now, to begin with, he was already halfway a hero. He basically, Anakin is like Latin-ish, or maybe Greek-ish. I think it's Greek-ish, for no family, which is a hero. The archetypal hero is typically a foundling, an orphan, completely alone, on a quest because there is nothing else to do and nothing else to lose. So, but he's an anti-hero. Ultimately, that's what he is. He is not the archetypal hero. He is the anti-hero. In Dragon Ball Z, then, this would be more of a Vegeta thing, the way they present it. However, in this case, the anti-hero is the father figure to the hero. There is more to him that I will get into, but before that, I think I'll go and continue the second half. No, I guess I'll wait. I guess I'll wait for that, because surely there's going to be multiple parts. I might as well continue the pattern now that I've got it. As an anti-hero, it simply means that the things that led him to becoming that directed and powerful were not... They were... When they say negative, like to negate as a verb, the verb of the noun, the negation of the, justness that a hero typically has bad aspects, bad attributes. That is Anakin. So I guess this will be the time to get into why I'm actually doing these videos the way I am, or just doing the video knowing that things were going to happen that would cause me to have to break it up. Because the meta-analytical nature of culture now, pop culture especially, the connectedness of people and such, I ended up having a thing about Anakin Skywalker be noticed on a pretty popular Facebook page, and had some nice feedback from it, just other people being like, thank you for saying the thing that I've been meaning to say, or that I meant, why typically in pop culture do we get this negative impression on the critique of the portrayal of Anakin Skywalker? And I actually find the kid was pretty cardboard and lame, but I think he was made to be that way on purpose. The portrayal in the second 2 movies was actually really good. Really good. Here is an awkward person. Here is a guy who has never had a normal life, thrust into a world of otherwise normalcy for that universe, right? Only it turns out he is mad powerful too. But there are things that he experiences frequently that are mentioned, alluded to, occasionally shown. But the fact is that when he was trained as a Jedi to use his abilities and knew how to explore within himself, that guy would already be aware of what was going on in the next room, fully. Just in his head. He would know what was going to happen before it happened, because he would always be seeing these things before they happen. Just about nothing would be able to touch him, because he would be able to automatically dodge. Now we're getting into some real Goku stuff, too. Especially with the Ultra Instinct, although maybe Vegeta gets that here pretty soon, I don't know, in the manga. But the portrayal was of a guy that didn't know how to function because of all of the way he was. One of the people that commented on the thing on the social media said something about him being a Jesus-level Jedi, and it's like, that's the thing. Think about it, What if Jesus was everything they said he was, what was it like to be him? How weird and blindingly hard to focus on anything among us little humans when you're also connected to God in heaven at the same time in its infiniteness, right? It just blows the mind. Think about this guy who already knew everything, but didn't know what it meant. That's the difference. Anti-hero. He didn't know what it meant. And what is perceived in the original arc as his downfall, he just continues on because it becomes, changes from anti-hero to, Dark Lord of the Sith, which is basically, apprentice to the guy. And even that, which we'll get more into, he's awkward. He's just an awkward guy. He can't get along with people the way that others do, even though he is in charge and all this other things. People buck his authority. They know that this guy is powerful, and they just don't care. That's things that happen in the next ones. So I'm going to take a brief break, let my mind rest before moving on, and I guess this concludes the third one, the verb of the noun, the establishing of the pattern. See what I did there? Because archetypes are kind of like Fibonacci numbers and the golden spiral and all the cool patterns that can be made by sacred geometry. They simply exist because of the nature of the spacing or the numbering, depending on how you want to think about it. From a deeper, it's not existential. It's fundamental aspects of reality of the universe, of existence, on whether it's a psychological thing, whether it's the physics we observe, whether it's the actual behavior. That things like thermodynamics and the fact that the other major non-gravity forces kind of all seem to follow the same patterns, like the nature of the way it all just kind of fits together and works has certain patterns that emerge. That's like protons, and fusion begets higher matter, and the stars, and they blast them out, and we are made of star stuff, right? So I guess what I'm getting at is from the generation of the archetypes through the archetypes, their presentations, people's opinions on their presentations, I suppose that there's going to be a change halfway through this apparent cycle. So we'll see how episode 4 goes.